Alright, I am 36 hours into intermittent fasting. Fasting 2,403 minutes, 1 minute for each victim of Pearl Harbor. And it turns out, even 80 years later, there are still Pearl Harbor survivors who are still with us. So now the pressure's really on, right? In case any of them are watching, if I fail, it would be a big embarrassment, right? I love it. Because every time I fast for one of these events, I feel I cannot let those people down. So 9/11's another big one. Pearl Harbor. What else did I fast for? Anniversaries of George Floyd. Of who else? You get the idea, right? Can't let any of those people down. And so it really encourages me to fast. I normally only fast, on my normal days, I fast anywhere from 16 to 23 hours, depending on the timing of the meals involved. But I want to start doing more 30-some and 40-some hour fasts for one reason. I have never gotten accustomed to the idea of going to sleep hungry. And I got to admit, yesterday I did toss and turn. I'm kind of fortunate that my working hours kind of allowed me to toss and turn yesterday. I ended up waking up at a reasonable time anyway, so that's good. Maybe I just don't need as much sleep as I thought I do. I only slept 4 hours last night, and I feel very well rested, and I think part of it is because of my intermittent fasting, actually. But one of my goals in 2022 is to eat 3 times a week. And the reason for that is the logistics of various things would flow a whole lot better. I find ever since I started fasting, I'm able to take on a lot more gigs that I previously wouldn't have taken because the hours wouldn't have allowed for a meal, right? So right now, I'm a professor, and I have classes that run 6 to 9 p.m. And I work some of those days I work at a tutoring center, and I got what used to be 2 really precious hours in between where I could get a meal. And nowadays, when I see a gig that runs into those 2 hours, it doesn't bother me at all. And it just allows a lot more flexibility. Last week, I took a trip to Wallace, Idaho, and the logistics of the trip flowed a whole lot better. I didn't worry about where I was going to stop to eat. I didn't worry about if I had cooking facilities at the hotel. I didn't worry about a lot of logistical concerns that you might worry about on a vacation. It completely evaporated once I didn't have to think about food anymore. And so I hope to further cut back, right? If I could eat 3 times a week, for starters, I might even be able to eat better food to begin with, right? Maybe go out to the restaurants more, right? I do want to go out to eat more because I need to network with the right people in my life. It's a blessing that even during this lockdown and all these mandates, I can still find a restaurant who will look the other way, right? Because I have the right connections. And but I hope to build that network even better. Build back better, right, in 2022, my social network, right? So these long fasts have been a great stepping stone for that. For starters, I need to get used to the idea of going to sleep without having a full meal. And I really got to practice that this time.